Thanks for tuning into my channel, Jess M Outdoors. This video is from August 2023. This was just a few weeks after we got our camper and we had some things that we wanted to do to prepare for our first trip. I practiced backing the RV into the hitch and my partner practiced all of his jobs outside, which is to help me get it onto the truck. We then drove the RV a little bit to my elementary school where we practiced parking until we came to some tight turns where the tires were looking like so, and that freaked us out a little bit, but we found out that the axles are actually meant to do that, so we could have kept practicing, but we were taking too tight of turns in that parking lot for sure. But just so you know, the tires are meant to do that where they don't look right. The next thing I wanted to do before our trip was to bleach the RV tanks and to clean it out. So we filled the freshwater tank and then we sanitized the freshwater tank and the freshwater lines. I used the manual to read through how to do this and got going. The reason we decided to sanitize the water tank and the lines is because this RV is 13 years old at this point and was previously lived in for the winters in Arizona by someone else. So we wanted to sanitize the lines for our first use and to get that all cleaned. I poured 1 cup of bleach into a container and then I dumped it into the top of the hose. So you dump it into the top of the hose, that way when you go to turn the water on, that is the first thing that comes out of the hose and fills your tank. I hooked up the potable water and not the black tank flushed and went over to turn the hose on. I really just wanted to get the tank somewhat full and to then clean the lines out with bleach, and to also clean the water heater out with bleach because we have no idea what that looks like. So we went to fill the tank about 1/3 of the way with water and the 1 cup of bleach. We opened up the freshwater tank valve to make sure that water was actually in the freshwater tank and filling the freshwater tank. Then I turned the water off and we ran the 1/3 full tank and the 1 cup of bleach water through every single faucet in the RV to clean it out. We then dumped the about 20 gallons of water and the 1 cup of bleach on the ground and went back to fill the tank up more. If your first day is with a full hookup, I recommend doing your bleach cleaning there so that you can empty into their tanks and not on the ground. We ran the pump on dry camping because that is going to be how we're staying at our first day. After emptying out the bleach and water mixture, we filled up the RV a little bit more with fresh water and then ran it through the faucets again to make sure that we didn't smell bleach. I went outside and then opened the cold and hot water pipes and valves and emptied all of the freshwater tank. After just a little bit of parking practice and clean tanks, we were ready to head up north for our first trip in the RV. I hope this helped you get ready for your first trip in the RV, and thanks for watching.